Hi, so I'm going to talk to you today about sun protection. Now, in kind of health food shops, there is plenty of natural sun creams available now. I don't have any to show you here because I don't actually use sun cream, but I'll put a link underneath the video to a couple of really good ones that I would use if I needed to. I won't touch the stuff you get in the supermarket personally. Again, I go intuitively with this, although I've looked later on at information and discovered there's lots of opinions, and I'm not sure, maybe research on it. Again, I go really intuitively with my choices, and I trust my intuition implicitly in most situations. It's not always clear, but in most situations. And there's a lot of real nasty chemicals in your kind of average sun cream, and intuitively I feel that when you're exposed to the sun with that sun cream, with the chemicals on your skin, that I feel like it exacerbates the effect of the chemicals and any nasty effects of absorbing it into your body as well. So I'm not a scientist, but I'm just speaking to you what my intuition says, but what feels right for me, and I personally wouldn't use them. I would use a natural alternative, or in my case, because I'm not very light skinned, so obviously I'm lucky there in that I don't have to use sun cream if I'm out in it for a short length of time. So because my skin is that way, my sun care really is to eat well. Apparently carrots are particularly good, and I eat plenty of raspberries in the summer, and hemp seeds are really good, so I always eat those, the hemp seeds anyway, but plenty of those are meant to be really good. And just a general good diet anyway is sun protection within itself. And again, loads more online about that. And my sun protection really is just, as the summer comes, I mean out in it a lot, but just exposure. So it sounds crazy, again it's my intuitive choice. I feel like the sun is really good for me. There's lots of evidence that it is, and I just feel like letting my skin soak it up. It feels great. It feels great physically, but I just intuitively feel like it's good for me. So I'm not, I do kind of let myself be exposed to the sun, and I obviously careful, and I build up like I do with my other family members. Let the kind of tan build up slowly, really, to provide that protection. I wouldn't just go, not that I go abroad, but I wouldn't go on holiday. But I wouldn't go abroad on holiday and just suddenly sit out in the Mediterranean sun for like half an hour, unprotected. So that's not what I do. I'm talking in this country, naturally letting myself be exposed to the sun as the spring summer months come. So sort of building up a tan as protection, really. And the only thing I do use, again, it's just intuitive. So I've got some really pure, this one is, hasn't got all the nasty additives that some have in them, and just a little preservative, but a natural preservative. So this one is aloe vera gel, so I'll just put that on my skin at the end of the day if I feel like I've been in the sun a lot. Again, I intuitively just feel like that's good for me. I've got some aloe vera leaves as well, but I find them quite hard to get the gel out, so I just tend to use that, and that's a really good one. And if I'm sometimes as well in the morning, during the height of the kind of summer months, I'll put some of this oil that I've made on. So I use this is a hemp and raspberry seed and rose geranium daytime oil. So for this I just use a bit of hemp oil and raspberry seed oil. I think I had some vitamin E oil, so I dropped a couple of drops of vitamin E in there, which is meant to be good for your skin, although I tend to eat avocados and really good olive oil, so I let it kind of nourish me from the inside out, really, which I believe in more than what I put on my skin, really, to some extent. But yeah, so this had hemp oil, raspberry seed oil, which is meant to be really good, like good sun protection if you want that, and I just put a couple of drops of rose geranium in and a couple of drops of vitamin E oil, and it needs to be kept in the fridge, though I don't always keep it in the fridge and it seems to be fine. So yeah, and then I just put a bit of that. It's quite oily, but I put a bit of that on my skin and then just use like a wipe. I've got a cloth wipe just to sort of what's the word, block that off. So yeah, I do use that. Again, I sort of intuitively made that because I feel like that was good for my face, for being in the sun a lot. Yeah, and that really is my view on being out in the sun and sun protection. So thank you, I hope that helped.